shouldn't even be... Pre-incarn is a big deal, you know. You can get to this first pull with a lot of incarn left. And I'm going to have less incarn now. I've inted. If we miss this key by 0.1 seconds, it's my fault. So tag this from range. Tag this from range. Moonfire them all together. Your DPS should know not to hit immediately. Once you get settled, you're here. Boom. Incarn. Bam. And then pixel stack the mobs by Vortex and then Typhoon. Bam. Everything's pixel stacked right now. And then if you want, you can stand in the Shredation as long as you have Frenzied Regen rolling. You can just plant, actually. Get this caster here. Watch the other caster. Boom. In cap roar. And here we go. Now we're here. Once everything settles, though, once your bark expires, you should be dodging the Shredation cast. So I'm going to move out here for a second, and then now we're here like this. Boom, and we're good. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, easy money. I can even dispel my Aug Evoker, who is playing Aug, which is very funny. And I really want to know if this is going to work. Now I want to know. I'm curious to know if you can... I haven't played with a single Aug this entire season, right? Hey, Mavina. Good morning. Drink some water. I'm paying a key, but I'll do it in a second. So I'm going to stealth ahead here, and I'm going to go very fast. Because they're probably going to pull this when they jump. But if they wait a second and let me stealth ahead, I can time this perfectly, and then I can save a defensive. Because, see how you can save a defensive by getting into this a second later? We can pull some crabs in here, and then we settle, and we're good. And I hit my tome trinket, and we are all good to go here. This is a safety adaptation. Technically, you can do everything I'm doing right now with the next part, but it's just a safety thing. We don't have unholy cooldowns. We don't have ascendants. We're playing big cooldown specs. We're playing with an Aug, so this is going to last a while. I'm going to watch my own health here. I'm going to SI because it's just a safety thing. So I knew I was going to take those hits. That was my plan. Now we have a tier set proc. Nice. Beautiful tier set proc there. Because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trinket, and then once I have incarn, I can roll, but I don't know how long the pull's going to last, right? I don't know so much of the information about this. We can pull all this together here because we'll have my unholy cooldowns coming up. And that is the big damage. The big damage happens on the unholy cooldowns. So we want to make sure that we basically allow him to just game. And then we're going to vortex them here so he can maybe step out. And then we can group them all like this, pixel stack them. Ooh, they had a little weird interaction with the vortex and they didn't get pixel stacked. We just kick the harpooners, the one surveyor, and we're good. There you go. Yo, WoW couples are the best. I wish that I wish this. Yeah, I don't know. I want to find a partner who plays World of Warcraft. That would be amazing. That would be so good. Dude, that would be so good. That would be awesome. I bet you I wouldn't have gotten divorced if my wife played WoW. But she didn't play WoW. So she didn't understand, right? She didn't understand as a joke, mostly. Right? But, like, yeah, I think partners who play WoW are definitely BIS. That would be awesome. Whoa, flying bear. Wild charge back. Holy flying bear. There we go. Whew, okay. Whew, my bad. That was close. Good morning. Okay. We are doing a resilient Floodgate 15, so we'll be narrating a bit. We'll be going through what I have learned for Floodgate, which is mostly that I know I can live it. I get a little lazy, but I think that the way I route this dungeon is very good, right? You want to be careful about giving that too much. Guten Morgen. The only problem with the Guten Morgen is it reminds me of Gluten Morgen, and I have celiac, so gluten scares me. But otherwise, yes, gluten morning to you as well. That's the only problem. If I ever went to Germany, people would be like, Guten Morgen, and I would be like, oh, no! And I could be in trouble, you know what I mean? Because I'm, like, super celiac. Like, not like, you know how some people are like, oh, gluten gives me an upset tummy? It's like, no, like, I end up in the hospital. Like, I don't get an upset tummy. I get, like, violently ill, which is never worth it for me. I guarantee you were not expecting that when you decided to say good morning, but hello, good morning to you as well. Yeah, I guarantee you that was not what you were expecting. But, you know, it'd be like that sometimes. Sometimes life, you know. No, it's not just that, by the way, criminal. It's significant. I cannot tell you how significant it is. It's like I will lose 20 pounds because I can't eat for a while, and my whole system shuts down, and I get, like, feverish, and, like, my whole body is like it's fighting off an infection. Ooh! I was going to pull this back, but I appreciate the rescue. We're going to just, first of all, we rage in this for damage. And then I have Trinket or Bark next. Doesn't matter which one I send. probably just bark to get that back. So you can bark early to min-max this a little bit, because what you can do here is you can save your healer a little bit of trouble by barking right now. Actually, I would have held the bark for another few seconds. I should have held it because the duration of the debuff is slightly longer. So see how there's 2 seconds I'm going to have not bark for this debuff? I should have held the bark there for a second, but it's ultimately not that big of a deal because rough. And you're like, why rough? Because I barked. You get it? It's a dog, bitches. Sorry, my bad. That was aggressive. I don't know why I got so aggressive with the bitches part of that. But it's a dog. Let's pull the boss back a bit so we actually have more room. Funny enough, because we have Aug, this fight could get a little hairy. I don't know. Everything feels really smooth, but I don't actually know if this is going to be kind of okay with Aug. Funny enough. How do you know what that looks like, Yeti? You gotta be careful. Yeti, I don't know. I don't know if you want to admit that you know, what that looks like. Because, I mean, unless there's probably some very logical, reasonable explanations, But you probably don't want to admit publicly that you know what that looks like. Alright, this one, we're just going to bark this. You have combinations of how you take this first tank mechanic as a bear. It does hurt, though. So basically, I have Lunar plus Rage, or I have Trinket, or I have Bark, or I have SI, or I have Incarn. But you have to have a combination. So for this next one here, it's just going to be a Trinket, and I hold Rage. One of the only fights that I will actually... I sent Lunar Beam for damage, knowing that I have Trinket here. We have an Earth Ellie come up and taunt those ads away, which is going to be a little bit of a problem. So I'm going to watch myself, just healing potion. Your healer kind of... He can watch you here, actually. It's not impossible for your healer to watch you, but... And so either, depending on the timer here, right? Okay, I'm just saying. It was the first thought that came to mind, and I'm being vocal with my thoughts now. People have told me Lifted. They were like, yo, Awu, don't filter for stream. And I was like, okay, I got to filter a little bit. But they were very adamant. They were like, don't do it. Just let the thoughts fly. And I was like, are you sure? And they were like, yes, we're sure. We want to hear what goes on in that mind of yours. And I just think people want an excuse to see how good the police are in my country. But that's my personal opinion, right? All right, this one we have Incarn and Lunar Beam. Lunar Beam's for damage. But it does hurt. You need an actual defensive rotation for this boss, because otherwise you will die. Obviously, I'm not concerned about it. The first time I tanked a 15 Floodgate, I was like 10 less item levels than I am right now. But I did have a Disc Priest, which does make this significantly easier, because they can just shield you before every tank buster. So here, we're just going to make sure that we play clean. We have Incarn, we're fine. All right, if you have Incarn up, you're good. And then the key here is the timer here is tight. You do want to split some damage on boss, but effectively, your goal is to kill the ads. This is more of an ad fight than people realize, Okay, I got this. This one's Bark here. And I could even send a Trinket if I wanted to. Let's just send the Trinket for a little bit of damage. Now, normally the boss would be dead around this point, but obviously, because I got rescued in, which was unexpected, see how that space over there is missing? We're obviously going to have to pull up toward these stairs, and then these 2 soldiers are coming in. So I'm just going to have to watch my own health here. Probably think about an SI as well. And we're just shy on boss damage here. So we actually have this, which will make me live. This won't be a problem then. Boom. And then I'm still going to watch my health because we have 2 soldiers here. We're going to find out in a second, Shell Shocker, how long this boss fight was. Let me just make sure I don't get hit by anything, because I will die. And there are some ads to the right, which I'm assuming are going to pull. Yeah, okay. I'll adjust percentage accordingly. Just make sure the boss dies first. I have Bark and Lunar, which is fine here. My PC specs are pretty good, by the way. Also, Yeti, how old's your kid? Okay, boss is dead. Perfect. Nice. Okay. We didn't actually end up pulling anything else, which was nice. Those are just the boss ads. We can pull these guys in. Roar. Here we go. Bam. Boop, boom. My PC specs are really good because I got a new PC I got a PC 4 months ago, and it was a huge upgrade. Oh my god, huge upgrade, honestly. Like, he's 6 going on 16, as in he's sassy. I mean, does that just mean he's like a sassy kid? I wonder if... Do I out DPS my Aug this dungeon? Wait a second. Does Druid out DPS Aug right now? Do I? Wait a second. I'm looking at the overall meters. Look at the overall meters at this point in the dungeon. Do I? There's no way, right? Do I overall actually out DPS Aug? Because I do damage. I'm not playing for damage right now. The game looks amazing. I'm glad you... my graphics are not set that high, technically. What's our timer at right now? 22. We have Lust up. I would Lust here. I think we're about a minute behind. Maybe? Yeah, but my DPS do a lot of damage. So maybe if you have really good DPS, Aug can do better. I would say send Lust here, though. Boom, like this. And then hit the Tome Trinket. Bam, Heart of the Wild. And Rage for damage. Get the Thrash up. How do you get aggro as a bear? You thrash. Not swipe. Swipe or no swiping. Don't swipe. Stop swiping for aggro. Thrash. Swipe does literally nothing for aggro. Like, it does not help you. You want to thrash and get iron for rolling as soon as possible. That's how you aggro. And this pack died really fast. Whoops. I was going to hold Bark because I figured I'd be fine, but that actually hit me kind of hard. I think it was a cast. Okay, good. Kind of a wasted Lust borderline a little bit. All right, here we go. Yep. You like Dora? Are you also a Dora enjoyer? A little Dora the Explorer action? Okay. ¿Te gustas Dora? ¿Te gustas Dora? All right, here we go. Boom. I want to pull these divers in. And those divers, in fact. Good. You're pulling these divers in because they're force desynced. You're fighting the Architect, though. We have a DK who's going to help grip this. Oh, I had an extreme GCD delay there. Holy shit. I almost died. That was a very extreme delay. On here. That Aug knockup is actually going to be miserable. Wait. Hello, guys? Get on the platform. They should all group in here. We shouldn't be dealing with whatever we're dealing with here. Whew. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. I don't need to bet on my heroes because I already ate a bomb earlier this dungeon. So you want to send kicks. Kicks are, like, if you stop these and you lose kicks, then you're in trouble. But otherwise, you're fine. Cool. Hit my trinket. Make sure I don't forget. I'm holding my kick because the only thing that matters here are the kicks. Let's actually group them away from these bombs, huh? Because actually, we're definitely going to eat these bombs. I mean, I can eat one early if I need to as well. So I held my kick for too long there. I should have sent earlier. But we were in a weird position. I think maybe they were chasing the DK's pet or something. There's my kick. Yeah, it looks scarier than it is. That pull is not that scary. Those divers are force desynced from each other. They're really not that bad. So you can do this together because I'm only fighting one Architect. If you were fighting that pack to my corner, that has 2 other casters in it, and you can't do that. But if you're just here, you can do this. There you go. Okay. And we go over, and just jump on the stairs. Okay, I have stealth, but I kind of wanted to learn how to do that without stealth. Good. Everybody here? Excellent. Boom, boom, boom. Bark skin to gather. Moonfire over here. Taunt that in. Once they all set, I have Rage, Bark, and Lunar Beam to settle, and then Incarn. Don't be afraid. As a bear tank, you overlap 2 defensives. 2 on pull. Whoa, my incap didn't hit that. It's like line of sight or something. Okay, 2 defensives so that you survive the gather. There we go. Ba-bam, bam, bam. This pull right here is you can pre-move the Shredation cast. So right as it's casting, if you're moving, you don't take even a single tick of it. And then you have to watch frontals. It's a tough pull. If you're a tanky DPS, you'll live. As a tank, as a bear tank and Incarn, you can just plant and take stuff, which is why I get really lazy. But if you're playing a different spec, you actually do have to be careful. Bear tank won't ever die here, but you have to be careful as other tanks if you're taking the flamethrower, frontal, etc., etc. Fun fact about the flamethrower, if you didn't know this, if you're a range player, it has a very short range. So you can just stand, like, over there, and you can just take it to the face. It won't kill you. Yeah, if he's back... So see how he didn't get hit? Like, if the flamethrower went that way, he probably wouldn't get hit. It's like 15 yards. So, yeah. As keys get higher, Yeti, Blood DK might struggle to take extra damage because you actually just might not be able to Death Strike yourself up. But Bear is Giga Tanky, so Bear just does whatever Bear wants to do. All right, timer's actually looking okay right now. Bear, just go Bear. Bear, go Burr. That's it. 0 death run, we probably make it. Because we got all those harpooners already, too. So look at our percentage. We're going to have some extra percentage here. Yeah. Not 16. This is only a 15. I say only a 15. Like 15 floodgate is still a very hard key. There are some 15s which are much easier. This and Priory are the two hardest in the season by far. As a tank player, just don't get hit by these lines. You will actually die. Okay, so watch it. The last charge is always on you as a tank. There are no bombs. Charge him right here so he stays grouped. There you go. It's actually the trick there is you don't want to separate them if you don't have to, especially because we do have a melee DPS. And people who are very... They prefer... My group right now, I have Lunar Beam, which is a kind of a positional ability, but we have an Ellie Shami with Earthquake. We have a DK. Every spec that we have right now cleaves. We have an Aug also. Aug also cleaves with Upheaval and Eruptions. So you have... If you're playing with specs like this, as a tank player, try to keep everything stacked. It helps so much. It makes such a big difference. Do we get all the bombs ready too? I have one more. I'll go grab this one. With my ping, it's very hard for me to dodge that, but I can get better at it in the future as well. Boom, boom. If we get through this cleanly, and we just play clean from here, I'm pretty sure we win this key. Yeah, you want gear. Item level will help you a lot. That's a little low considered right now. Okay, good. Don't get hit by those. Those lines do kill you. I have learned the hard way that as a tank, those lines still kill you. Boom, boom. Keys are just reps. One of the things about this is I just want to... It's like I want to show people that keys are... The more chances you get to do them, the more likely you are to have high IO. It's that simple. There's nothing that fancy about it even. It's just... Can I get both of these? I don't know. I don't think so. Did I get both? No, there's going to be one dispel there. It's all good. We got it. Yeah, it's just reps. It's just reps. Reps and reps and reps. Practice. You get to practice the pull. You get to fail the pull. And then if you fail, you get to go again. Great. And if you fail, then it's great. You just get to go again. And that's the joy of keys. It's actually why it's fun. You just got to keep going. Okay. I would say that right now, we're actually doing pretty good with the AUG. I'm kind of color me shocked a little bit. But if we time this with AUG, do I even post it? Do I share with people that AUG might be playable? Okay, I only got the one. So we're going to have to tank the boss over here, right? Oh, no. Oh, I'm going to get hit by that circle. That's why I had to taunt myself. Kill that guy before the bomb spawn. I can tank all these hits, but we can't let another bomb spawn. Bombs. Okay, kill him now. Perfect. Nice. Perfect. Just like that. I can take one wall up. I can take two wall up. And I'll trinket this last one. Boom, boom. Easy enough. Nice. I'll get this real fast. Watch yourself when you come down the stairs, because we did skip the second architect. And then you're good to go. All right. We had a little bit of a frozen game incident, but no problem. Whee! Go like this, and around. All good. Are we ready? Now, we are not skipping some of the stuff here. So what we're going to do here... No pets. Yeah, careful, careful. Ready? We're all here? We're not all here, actually. Are we okay? Is my group coming? Oh, I think we had a little reload there. Hold up. This is a hard pack to do without any coordination. We do have an AUG who technically has a bunch of CC, but the problem with a bunch of CC is normally the kicks go off if you have a lot of CC like that. I don't want a Typhoon because I have no Vortex down. And if you have to send defensives and cooldowns here, obviously that's not good because the boss is really hard. Not really hard. I healed it, by the way. Bear is more tanky than Prot Warrior. I would say they're actually pretty similarly tanky, but Bear can take back shots and Prot Warrior cannot. So that's the main difference. Genuine. It's a huge difference. People do not appreciate how big of a difference that is, actually. That Bear can just walk through a pack and get hit in the back, and Prot Warrior will insta-die at higher key level. So positioning requirements are kind of big. Yeah, they can. They can, Mua. Someone said, yeah, they can. That's the whole point of Bear. 78.3 means we don't skip that 3-pack and we're fine. At that, you normally skip. Otherwise, you need 82. Boom. My chat is... I'm a little bit unhinged, but that's because I'm not sleeping very well. So, you know, like... Hey, lifted, Yeti. Normal... So, we're a wholesome chat, right? We are a wholesome chat. However, you ever not sleep before? You know how you end up saying some wild shit when you're just sleep deprived? Yeah. I'm just letting it fly because instead of not streaming, I was like, well, I still want to stream and say hi to people and play my favorite game. So, I'm here. And I'm doing it. And I am sleeping better. I'd like to point out that my sleep protocol right now, yeah, that seems reasonable. Fair enough. So you understand, you know, you get it. You get the life. This is a fight where symbiotic relationship goes fucking hard. You can game symbiotic relationship so much here. I will show you how much healing it does after this, okay? Symbiotic will do, I think, about 10 mil healing here on this fight alone. Bubbles also is pretty helpful. The only problem is that it's on my healer right now, and my healer literally is just full health, so it's just overhealing him. I should put it on my Ellie Shami. I should actually shift down and put it on my Ellie Shami. He needs more help, technically. Because my healer, like, he won't need my help, the healer. So, okay, Heart of the Wild now. Good. Boom. I think maybe when he casts this, if I were to post a video, where would I post it? I don't have like a VOD review channel of Discord, huh? Maybe I'll make one. Give me a second. I'll make it. If it's a whole video, if it's like a 60-second clip, I'll review it. But if you're asking me to review an entire thing, then you have to. That's like a gold transfer. That's an actual thing. Like if you want me to take time to look at the whole thing, then you can't just link a whole run. If it's like a 60-second thing, I have no problem. You can always submit clips for me to look at, but like not like a whole run. It's a little bit more than that if you want me to walk it through with you, but sure. I don't mind poking through the run because I like helping people. Okay, I really should probably. My healer is already almost as well, so I'll innervate him here. It's normally more than that. Give or take for like 2 runs, because normally you just pay for the hour. But I also, like I said, I don't mind just helping. I'd love to help. Yeah. That's okay. I don't want to be a stickler for that though. I'm not a stickler for that though, because it's not like a per profit thing. It's just that my time is valuable. Alrighty, we have we're healers doing it. Our healer's doing it. We pop the incarnate. Whoops. We baited that one. Okay, that's actually fine to bait it there. It means we get to plant. There you go. You can do that. Okay, in which case, yes. And it won't. Yeah. In which case, yes. And then we could take a look at stuff together, sure. But first of all, we get through Swamp Face. Now, what I should have done is put Symbiotic on my Ellie Shami. That would have made a big difference. Since we didn't do that, that's okay. Since we didn't do that, I'm still going to end up doing a fair bit, but my healer was the one who actually doesn't need it here. So what I'm going to do here is, as we just come down for a second, I'm going to put it on the Ellie Shami now. The Ellie Shami is going to need it on this next pull because he has no defenses for bubbles. And we are pulling bubbles, but our timer is good right now. So we are actually, this is an insane time. We are going to time this with an Aug Evoker. And I currently am out DPSing the Aug Evoker, and I want to know if that continues. All right? I just want to know. Our timer is not giga, but it's okay. All right? I would describe our timer as adequate. But now I'm competitive, and I just want to do this with the Aug Evoker. Now I'm like, okay, we have to do it now. We're committed to the cause. So we have an AMZ, I have Vigil, and then every time I press Frenzied, it will heal my Ellie Shami. Every time I press Frenzied, we're getting the symbiotic value on my Ellie Shami. We should be going around. The next one, we'll dodge here, and then we're good. Yes. Also, to be fair, my Aug Evoker, I know him, and he is a good player. So, to be fair, I'm going to press another Frenzy to heal my Ellie Shami back up, but we're good. We have Healing Stream there, and then we'll have Ascendance. Go back this way, back this way. Is he a time loss? Yes. I would never, ever recommend skipping this guy until 16 plus. If we can time this key with an Aug Evoker, you should be able to time it with a Pug. Obviously, it'll be less clean, right? But that's okay. Get in the Spear Link. We don't have. He procs his Cheat. That's okay. Actually, Cheat Death is an AoE heal, you know? Aug Evoker, there's a very interesting interaction. It's tiny, but I used to do it on Kajin and stuff when you really needed it. When I played Aug, you can actually intentionally proc your Cheat to do AoE healing, because it does do AoE healing. There's one more backwash. Live. I'm going to get a target to hit as well. Again, our timer is not the best. It is adequate, but it's not the best right now. We just want to pull this far away. If you tank this pack, pull it far away from the jump starter. Do not pull it anywhere near the jump. Far away, far away, far away. Because you don't want the jump starter in here. That's the main thing with this pack. Okay, pixel stack them. Nice. Yeah, you do no jump starter here, okay? Lifted Yeti, just message me on Discord about it. We can set up a time for that. Okay. I think 7.5 minutes. What's our percentage at right now? Here we go. No, you're good, you're good, you're good. You're fine. You're fine. I just meant like, because we set up a time and talk details and stuff. This is interesting. This is interesting. Here we go. We don't need those two. That is actually the main thing here. We don't need them. And if I'm wrong, I'll have to pull them later. Hi, Nav. What's up? Thanks for the sub. Do you know what we're doing right now? Look at the key we're in. We are currently maybe going to time this with an Aug Evoker. It's pretty clean. We just have to get through the next two packs and do them all right, which is not the easiest thing to do. I'm really hoping that, because we have our route got a little bit awry earlier. And I'm pulling this, and I normally don't pull this. So I'm just kind of YOLOing the fact that this will be percentage. I'm almost positive it is. It should be. And if it isn't, then I'm bad. But it should be. Innervate. And then we do have to probably pop the Incarn here. Actually, I hold the Incarn. I think I hold the Incarn for next pull to help my healer because our timer is fine. Please tell me this is percentage. It should be. Electricians, and these guys are huge percentages. They're 2%. Right? Let's make sure we stop those casts. I Vortex, Typhoon, the last one. Good, perfect. Yeah, it's percent. What am I talking about? It's definitely percentage. Oh my, I was really freaked out because I didn't want to lose. I hate losing time if I make a routing error. That's like such a scary thing as a tank. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's such a scary thing as a tank to ever lose that. Okay, go. Good. Okay, don't get swirlied here, and I think we have time. I have Incarn, so I'm fine. We'll do some damage and off healing. Don't get swirlied. Don't get swirlied. These guys hurt. These guys are not easy. All we have to do is actually live the boss. But we also have no cooldowns. I hate doing the 3-pack before this because people will send full cooldowns on the 3-pack, and then this lasts forever. This lasts so long. We can take all the Spark Slams with just Incarn. I should not be doing this. We're going to go back up. These guys are not dead yet. We can't inch toward the boss. We have to use this safe area this way. Because we have a melee DPS. I have Bark and Lunar Beam. I'm going to watch my SI as well if I need to. I should be using more of the safe area. Actually, if anything, knowing that this would have lived so long, I should have pulled him back. Okay, this one is an SI for the double Spark Slam. Good. 5 minutes, and we're going to get a Lust halfway through. If we don't die on this boss, I feel like we time it right now. Yo, are we timing this with Aug? I feel like... Are you supposed to time a 15 Floodgate with an Aug Evoker? Is that supposed to happen? I mean, it's a 0-death run. It's clean, man. Like, it's so clean. Get mana. Get mana. Just start drinking. 4.5 minutes is fine. Get mana. Start drinking. Just gonna wait a second. Start drinking. Okay, go. I should not actually have hit the Bark there. I just realized. I'm gonna have to hold Lunar Beam. Ooh. Ooh. I hit SI on the previous pack. I'm in trouble. And the Spirit Link goes down to my DPS. I'll live. I'm just going to have to Healing Potion and then Lunar Beam the hit. Because I just realized I forgot this Thunder Punch actually does a lot of damage. It's been a second since I've done this key. Okay, so Lunar Beam. Probably just Healing Potion right away. And I'm fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's no problem. I just had to... Okay, it's fine. Just game it real fast. Okay, we got this. 0-death run. Okay, to be fair, 0-death run and it's still this close. So I don't know if this key is exactly an argument for Aug Evoker, but, you know, is it not? Because we are winning. I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to immediately port back. Wild charge, so I don't fall off. Holy fuck. Scary, scary. Okay, let's go. Come back, because he's going to teleport to the middle here. I innervate my healer, and we'll go. Innervating your shaman on a phase like this, very helpful. So he can prep his healing and then send healing, and then he'll be able to get mana back so that he won't go this fight, because he will go This is a fight where Shaman can absolutely go Here we go. It's Aug. Yeah, Aug is meta. I'm going to Trinket because it does more damage than Bark. Cool. I want to go back toward the thing. Okay, good. Okay, we're going to hold Bark because it does like 0.01% less than that. It does 0.01%. Okay, this Spark, I almost should let Zan take this one. He's going to have to go far, or AMS is hit. He doesn't have AMS. Okay. 50%, okay, timer is golden. Just play safe, right? Boom, like this. Loud charge back, so I don't know if there's a puddle behind me, and we're good to go. Standard defensive rotation, don't die. He has healing potion, smart healing potion. I love it when I look at a DPS player and I say to my head, I'm like, they have a healing potion, they're going to live, and they actually press it. One of my favorite feelings. It's such a good feeling. I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand how many times as a healer or as a tank or even as a DPS player, I look at other DPS who forget they have healing potion. It's such a giga button. Don't forget that you have healing potion, man. It's so good. It will save your life. Like, it just saved his life kind of by far. Like, actually, though. Are we doing this? We're going to time this right now. We have less than 20 seconds, too. Unless something catastrophic happens. Okay. I'm going to roar. Run through. My Spark will hit this. There you go. Perfect. I Incarn. Do damage. Good. Save Trinket just in case. Just, again, that one Trinket isn't going to make or break time. It is decidedly pretty close, considering that my route was fairly giga, except for the skip. It could have been better, but actually... Okay, we go back. So we lust right here. Boom. And then he's going to burn his mana, and we're going to win. He just burns through his mana now, and we win. All right, don't get hit by a line, and we win. I got hit by a line. Shh, you saw nothing. At the end, you saw nothing. Come on. At the end, we win. And we time it with a minute left. Floodgate's a pretty tight timer. I don't know if this level of tight with a 0-death run, we should probably be faster, because the route was pretty decent. I was a little lazy with it, but nice job, GG's. Easy time. Aug meta? We timed it with an Aug. We timed it with an Aug. The real moment of truth is, do I get my pacemaker? And the answer is no. The answer is no. I still don't get my pacemaker. That's okay. We'll get it eventually.